Alright, hold on just a second when I get everything. I'll make sure everything is set up so I can, so I can see. Got to my reputation thing here. And come on. Come on. I don't know why this thing takes so damn long to do.
This is. I repeat.
Hold on. Okay. Alright, good. I can work on that. I can work some more on that a little bit afterwards. Let's.
This is. I repeat. This is Captain Esri Dax. I'm calling on you at the recommendation of Director Hugh from the Borg Cooperative. The species known as the Chimerans have taken over the Midas Array. I am stationed on the array, but all attempts at first contact and diplomacy failed. The Chimerans are hostile and have corrupted the array's comms. I repeat. Cannot abandon my post. Backup is required immediately. You can count on my support.
Set. So I thought I'd done all of my Klingon characters on this mission, but apparently I did none of them.
Glad you made it, and relieved. The level of environmental corruption down here is... and comms are still disrupted. Can you hear?
Captain Dax, signal still weak, but I hear you. Where's the Aventine?
No time to explain. I recommend yellow alert. The Chimerans have placed beacons in the system to summon more of their kind.
We'll deal with the beacons.
Clear the system and stay alert. Those beacons are emitting a powerful psionic signal.
Screech, squirm. The Jean-Ressi feast on the thrill of your despair. Your vessel be absorbed, devoured, every piece of matter consumed.
Alright, that takes care of it. That takes care of that one. Alright, and we've almost almost got the we've almost got the phage here.
Midas array sensors indicate we've destroyed a beacon. Keep it up. The array beam is a tri-quantum pulse wave. It's holding that unstable portal open.
Alright, come over here, take out the ships. Come over here, take out the ships, guard this beacon.
From home to husk, your vessel will be dissected, no, contorted, no, consumed.
Alright. There we go, that takes care of, there we go, that takes care of that one.
The array is picking up on an energy spike originating from the multiversal portal.
And of course now we need to head over to the portal.
Borg vessel incoming. Its quantum signature matches our universe, but it's been infected by the Chimerans.
Rise and twist, ship by ship, devour, consume. Feast
Alright, and auxiliary. This thing's a little tough. Hopefully I could get the other summons to actually activate. I think we've almost got it.
Well done. I've cleared up the array's comms, but I'm not sure how long it'll last.
Yeah, I got a little bit too close to it. I got a little bit too close to it when it exploded, but luckily it wasn't too.
Alliance reports indicate that this Chimeran Borg vessel traveled here from the 13 SETI system.
That's right. My crew and I were present when it was created in that system, alongside Admiral Camarque and Captain Deathpart. Things didn't go exactly as planned.
Well, let's act fast. We need more data on that multiversal portal to shut it down. And without support on the ground, I won't be able to get the technology aboard the array that's holding it open.
The Sonama's scans show the portal has been corrupted by psionic energy. We could perform a chronometric dating and drift analysis.
Right, to replicate the conditions that led to the portal's creation, and allow us to reverse engineer that process. Creative, and worth a shot. Can you transfer me the data in real time?
Disrupted comms might cause delays or fragmentation, but that should be possible. I'll gather the data. Alright.
This portal's chronometric signature places its conception at roughly 5 hours ago. That timestamp correlates with a localized rupture in space-time originating from an unknown source. Scans show the portal's drift vector has a decay rate of 0.015 radians per second, delayed by the array's triquantum pulse wave. If we invert the wave's polarity, we could engineer the opposite effect and expedite the portal's collapse. We can work with that. Hang on. Sensors are picking up an incoming energy signature. Brace yourself. Something's coming through. Mayday, Mayday. This is Operator Z. This is a call into the void, I'm sure, but I gotta try. Structural integrity is compromised beyond repair and emergency protocols activated. Does anyone copy? Anyone? Array comms are failing again. Your signal is weak. I repeat, this is Tegan. This shuttle is about to blow. I'm setting a course for the nearest stable structure. Preparing for transport in 3, 2. The Midas array has recorded an explosion near its central dish. Are you all right? I'm critically outnumbered. Need you to beam down here. And don't bring too much backup along. Safety in smaller numbers.
That vessel's pilot fought till their final breath. Leave them behind, dead or alive, is dishonorable.
And I'd never ask you to, but chances of survival are very low. As are mine if you don't make it down here soon. Act fast.
Helm, plot a course for that shuttle. Hang in there, Dax. We'll be there soon. Alright, you gotta come over here. You gotta come over here. And no life signs or biological remains have been detected. Perhaps she transported in time.
see you made it aboard. However, your bridge officer is missing. Something caused your pattern to shift midstream. You've materialized in the wrong location. Signal is distant. Unfortunately, comms are still compromised. Likely to improve as you get closer. You'll need to find me in the shuttle bay. I'm in the middle of an experiment. Confirm some suspicions I've carried for a while now. Good luck, and stay alert.
Don't worry, Captain. Alliance didn't send me in empty-handed. We've got access codes and schematics at our disposal. See you soon.
Everything all right? The DAC symbiont picked up on a psionic reverberation.
Vocal interface activated. Chimera neural processor linked to tricorder matrix. Unit calibrated for Chimeran psionic subspace frequency and localized data acquisition.
List properties.
Neural processor properties. Psionic activity detection. Environmental threat assessment. Foreign body analysis. Vocal
Okay,
interface
review
activated.
command log.
Neural processor command log. Consume. 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 Destroy. 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 Perfect. Perfect. Perfect.
Alright.
Vocal interface
Like a
activated.
Borg neural
Chimera
processor.
linked to tricorder matrix.
Useful. He's he's so big his head you don't see his head. You don't see his head throughout the cutscenes. See him in this one. You see him in this one though.
Psionic activity is increasing in your location. Caution advised.
Well,
You're on the right path. Comms are improving. Signal is getting closer. Heads up. Second signal heading for the ship. Stay sharp.
on our way. And alright, gotta get rid of the Ethereum sabotage. And of course there's a thing here we gotta collect.
Foreign body analysis. Scan result. Chimeran pustule. Static. Gestating. Composition. 35% multicellular bioform.
Shoot to kill or collect the store. Understood. Another one right over here.
Comms have cleared, and your signal is strong. You're almost here. You'll need to take the turbo lift to get to the shuttle bay. I had to seal the doors in your area.
On my way. And right then.
Environmental risk level has increased. Caution advised.
Open your mind. Surrender your soul. We will absorb you. Inhabit you.
Takes care of that one. Alright. Make sure I grab this. And down we go to the shuttle bay.
Great, you made it. Over here. Not so fast. Operator? But you're... I thought you didn't make it. Stand back. No sudden moves. Hands where I can see them. You're... me. Esri. Haven't heard that in a while. It's Operator Z now. Has been for years. Well, I'll be damned. So this is what's on the other side of that portal. Nice pips. You're still a member of Starfleet? And you're... not? But I'm assuming you're here to help. Are reinforcements coming? Reinforcements? There's nothing but decay on my side of the fence. Looks like you're living a pretty comfortable life over here in comparison. Comfortable? We're in the middle of a galaxy-wide invasion, and our fleet was sabotaged by former allies who turned out to be Borg. You were allied with the Jean Resi. Those. They're from my universe. Oh, no. Not those. We call those Chimerans. Speaking of, I've got some pretty bad news. As suspected, Chimerans are indeed Borg. They're also... Trill, I know. My whole universe is swarming with them. Chimerans are also immune to assimilation, including Etherian fusion. They also can't be reasoned with, at all. They're volatile and corrupted beyond reach. Glad we agree. Listen, I'd love to chat. But as your friend probably saw, my shuttle was blown to pieces by temporal compression. You all still have a symbiosis commission here? I need to hitch a ride to Trill and warn them. We do, but I can't let you leave, Operator. It's too dangerous. We need to get to the array's primary antenna control. There's a tri-quantum beam in there that we can use to close up that portal. I'm sorry, Z. We can't let it stay open. Fine by me. I've got few reasons to go back, and truth be told, I need your help. Heads up. We've got company. We can't let them take over the array. I'm not leaving a single one of these bastards standing. Not in my universe,
Whoop.
not in this one. forget about those Chimeran pustules.
Yep, we gotta collect these. And there's another one over here. And there's one right over here.
It's good to see you again. I regret accepting help from the Ethereans so quickly. I'm sure many agree. I thought I had gotten pretty good at reading people over the years, but trust the Borg to fool any of us once in a while. Do you want to talk about our last meeting?
I would like that.
How are you and Admiral Kumarke holding up since our last encounter with the Borg?
Okay, I'm well, but I echo the concerns you once had about Admiral Kamarke. We'll get her some help. So where's the Aventine?
The Aventine is being stripped of Etherean upgrades and diagnosed for sabotage with the help of Director Hugh and the Cooperative. I boarded the array with a shuttle and my advance team. I didn't want my arrival to seem imposing. This started off as a low-risk recon mission with the intent of engaging in peaceful first contact, not combat. So much for that.
Speaking of recon, what else have you learned about the Chimerians?
Tactical data acquired by the Alliance now confirms the Chimerans exhibit patterns of targeted aggression towards Borg variants from other quantum universes. They are also strongly drawn to protomatter. My research also reveals that a Chimeran's genetic framework is dominant in its expression, nullifying any Etherean genomic contributions. In short, they're immune to fusion and manipulation.
So I'm guessing the Ethereans probably figured that out too. So why are the Chimerans attacking the Midas Array?
The million latinum question that I happen to have an answer to. I located an unlicensed stock of protomatter containers in the primary antenna control room. They're flocking to it. I'm not sure how it got there or why they're interested in it. Maybe Operator Z can enlighten us before we move on. Anything you can share is valuable to us. Well, the Genresi were Borg long before they were Trill. In my universe, the Symbiosis Commission attempted to thwart the Borg by creating an army of joined Trill. That backfired, obviously.
Tell me more.
What do you want to know?
Why did the Trill create an army?
When our world was one of the last standing against the Borg, desperate times called for desperate measures. An augmented army seemed like the only viable solution. What do you want to know?
Who spearheaded this project?
One of our brightest scientists, an egotistical Nakaj, created a protomatter-based serum and worked together with the Symbiosis Commission to experiment on select hosts and symbionts. What do you want to know?
How were you people recruited?
The Commission helped track down some of our best symbionts, and by that I mean symbionts whose former hosts had stood the test of time, fought in countless wars, and thwarted previous Borg onslaughts. They were resilient and ruthless in equal measure. What do you want to know?
What went wrong?
The Symbiosis Commission used a protomatter-based serum on the symbionts that was supposed to heighten their psionic abilities and provide them with biological tools to resist assimilation. Instead, it drove them to madness. And the Borg absorbed that madness when they one day broke through our world's defenses and assimilated all of Trill. What do you want to know?
What part did you play in this?
The Commission used the Tegan family's mining company to facilitate the extraction and stabilization of protomatter across our entire galaxy, and then used it to experiment on my people. When it became clear their project had gone wrong, it was already too late. The Borg were on their way. What do you want to know?
I have all the information I need.
How were they able to break through the Trill's defenses? And how were they able to establish such a firm footing in your universe? And what about our allies? Starfleet, the Federation, the Borg Cooperative. The cooperative you speak of doesn't exist where I come from. In my universe, the Borg gained the upper hand in the incursion of 2409, when they invaded the Vega colony. The crew of the USS Aventine, one of Starfleet's finest, was tasked with a crucial mission. They abandoned the ship when the Borg boarded them. Their mission was unsuccessful, according to reports anyway.
The USS Aventine.
I helped retake the Vega colony from the Borg and drive them from that sector. But of course, you never made it because you left. I wonder who captained the Aventine.
I get the sense that might be a conversation for another time. Speaking of captains, do these Chimerian Borg have a queen?
As far as I can tell, they're just a horde without a head and no one to guide them. Trust no one who wishes to be their queen or otherwise control them. They can't be controlled and they can't be bargained with. Striving to do so only ends in death. Now these Borg seek out protomatter as sustenance without knowing why. I don't know how so much of it ended up aboard your array. There's none of it left in my universe.
Understood. Before we go, you recognized me right? Earlier.
You're right. This might be hard to believe, but I owe you. The other you. Back in my universe, your counterpart was one of the leaders of the uprising. You fought alongside me in the faction wars of 2411. On the eve of the fall of the Federation, you gave your life in battle to protect me from an incoming blow. So even though I'm eager to get to Trill, I'm just as eager to repay you. Any version of you. You've got my word. Lead the way.
Thank you for telling me. It'll take some time to process. Captain Dex, what's the plan?
Fight our way through this array and make it to primary antenna control so we can reverse engineer the tri-quantum beam and close that multiversal portal. Let's hope we find your bridge officer along the way. I'll also be collecting Chimeran pustules. Director Hugh of the Cooperative is calling in a favor. Actually, I could use a hand, if you see any along the way.
You got it.
And turn off that tricorder's voice output, would ya? We're practically announcing our next move to the enemy.
Good point. Let's go. I think there's a thing over here. The Midas Array doesn't have permanent personnel, but it seems like Starfleet officers perform routine checkups on occasion. Alright.
I've managed to locate your bridge officer's position. We'll be with them in no time.
Copy that. We'll need the support.
Your officer might need shore leave after all of this. Z, did you have a crew? Once upon a time. I travel alone now, and I prefer it that way. It's easy. Don't leave any of those pustules behind. Who knows what they could turn into.
Alright. Got those, and now we need...
Look out. These creeps are stalking the hallways. These parasites are beyond hope. They only deal in destruction.
Alright, make sure I get this. Alright, they're distracted with...
There's a storeroom nearby. Call it a shortcut.
Well, crap. Well, crap. He got a little bit too close to the pustule, and I wasn't able to collect it.
Yeah, keep talking to us like you know what it means. Dirtbag.
Well, Trying to collect the thing.
We've made it this far. There's no turning back. We're closing in on primary antenna control, and I'm not sure what awaits us there. Can we still count on you, Z? My loyalties lie with your friend. But I could make an exception.
Lucky us. Let's keep moving.
Foreign body analysis. Scan results. Chimeran pustule. Status. Gestating. Composition. 35% multicellular bioform. 20% cybernetic augmentation. 45% vermiform embryo. Properties. Psionic emissions. Viscous retention field affecting movement speed. Vulnerabilities. Directed energy streams. Extreme heat. Trinitrotoluene charges. Store. Cryogenic suspension capsule. Stored at 77 Kelvin. Warning. Surrounding viscous compounds are hazardous. Compounds will evaporate upon collection or destruction of the source pustule.
Interesting. Log.
We're almost there. Stick together, everyone.
Yeah, that Chimeran was a little bit too close. That Chimeran was a little bit too close to the pustule, so it wound up hitting the crossfire.
They really have a knack for leaping at you when you least expect it, huh?
You must join. Join. And never leave.
I'm not joined now, and I never will be. Request denied, asshole.
All right. Yeah, this one's pretty big, but this version that's not in the it's not in the TFO doesn't have a whole lot of attacks. All right.
Operator, look out! Are you all right? I'll be fine. Let's take these vermin out. We have to take down this Chimeran so we can get to the beam.
We are ready. We are one. We are me. We are all.
You are nothing. You will never learn.
The abyss gapes. It runs endless. Symbiosis frees the bloated mind.
And ah, crap. I got it arranged, a bridge officer. I got it arranged there, but bridge officer, however, did. A bridge officer, however, did not. Uh-oh. Need to adapt or modulate my weapons.
That's it. That's all of them. We did it. If you send the data we gathered on the Chimeran pustules over to the Cooperative via one of the consoles in this room, then Director Hugh can get started on his research. This can't wait. Z, watch my back. I'll reverse the polarity of that beam and close up the portal. Time to say goodbye to the hellhole you came from.
No time to waste. Let's go. Alright. And transmit data.
I need your help over here. I've disabled security protocols and reversed the polarity. Something's not lining up.
I'll take a look. Okay, rerouting excess plasma through one of the auxiliary grids.
The polarity's been reversed, but something's wrong. This portal is being held open somehow. We might only have one option here.
You suggested we travel to the other side. What do you think, Z? Z?
Her vitals are deteriorating, and fast. This is it. There's no reversing a Shanres infection. Don't be so sure. I've got a lot of experience in reversing different types of Borg assimilation. This is different. Trust me. It's not working. We need to get her to your sickbay. It's too late. I'd rather die than become an abomination. Take me out, operator. Just stay with me. We'll get you to my husband, Julian. He's a doctor. That bastard? Dr. Bashir is also a brilliant surgeon. Yeah, too brilliant. Norval was right. They went too far. She'll come for me. Try to control me. Who? Who will come for you? Z? Just end it. Happy to die. Like I said, I owe you one. You can't save everyone, Esri. I know. She's right. We can't leave her here. Let's get to that portal. A Chimeran Unimatrix in the Alpha Quadrant. Z wasn't kidding. This dimension has fallen to the Borg. Is that the Harmony? And another tri-quantum wave beam. Well, I don't think we've been spotted yet. Long-range sensors indicate the Harmony's weapons platform is dormant. but if you ask me, we can never be too careful.
Agreed. We need to disable that beam. Let's get this over with.
The Harmony looks a little different since my last encounter with it.
Alright. And scan.
Like clockwork, never trust a sitting duck.
Resist, and you shall be consumed. Accept the Legion's embrace.
The hive beacons are powering the Harmony shields with their psionic beam. We'll need to target the beacon first to get through that shield.
Oh,
These pustules are emitting biotoxins that will degrade our navigational system.
alright. Need to get rid of this. Of course, no, of course, the pustules are making it a little bit difficult. I didn't realize that there was also a. I didn't realize that there was also a. Didn't realize that there was a. Actually, I don't know what. Oh my god. %90. And of course, the problem is, since it keeps dropping pustules. Since it keeps dropping pustules, that keeps interfering with my my ship. Alright, yeah, the annoying part is I gotta take this thing out. This damn thing just keeps a attack with pustules. Alright.
Hang on. The Harmony is teleporting.
Holy crap. Alright. There we go. We get it down. We got it down. Of course it's just gonna keep jumping around though.
The shield dropped when the Harmony used its energy supply to teleport. Destroying the high beacons might give us a window to target the Harmony.
I need to put focus. I need to put focus on the ships. Alright. Alright, alright. And problem is those toxic pustules just keep. Problem is those toxic pustules just keep appearing. This one over here is almost. This one over here is almost gone. Yeah, it keeps spawning. It keeps spawning toxic pustules. So that's that makes it a little bit difficult to contend. One of these is a almost. That almost got it.
That's it. Shield is down. Target bombardment. No, not those. Although to be honest, those are keeping. I'll deal with those while the other ships are dealing with the. Well, not helped by the fact that the stupid thing keeps putting me in tractor beam too. Shields now. Engines. Don't need to target the engines because it's not. No need to target the engines because it's
not going anywhere. All right. When they are helping with the harmony, I think I'm on. When they're helping with.
Heads up. The Harmony is teleporting soon.
Holy crap!
Let's take those beacons out and finish what we started.
Twist them.
All right, so a couple more things are regenerated right now. And I am stuck in a damn. And I am stuck in a damn tractor. Yeah, the problem is with this many ships around, and you can't control where the summons are firing. Actually, there's only like. Actually, there's only like 3 other ships around here. Rest of them are the beacons. Almost got this one. Alright, there we go. Takes care of it. That takes care of that one. Actually, I'm gonna boost, see if I can boost my weapons on this. I'm not worried about the speed of a ship, but I do need as much weapons output as I need as much of that weapons output as I can get. It's the other thing too. I think the heavy torpedoes are getting shot down. Because of all these stupid toxic pustules. Because of all these stupid toxic pustules, I think my heavy weapons are getting shot down. Alright. Yeah, and I wish I could get them to. Yeah, and I wish I could get the summons to fire on one specific target. Instead of focusing. Instead of focusing on everything else. Let's see if I can take this stupid, well, to be honest, I don't think I can.
The shield is down. Time to target the Harmony.
Not entirely sure why I keep drifting. think this one, yes. Alright, luckily this is the last round. Luckily this is the last round with the Harmony. I think that might be another reason it's taking so long. Because my ship keeps drifting. Because my ship keeps drifting out of range because of those stupid Puskals. Alright, I'm thinking. Almost got it. Holy shit.
The portal is closed. We need to go to full impulse before your ship gets torn apart by a proto-matter shockwave. I'm receiving a transmission from the Aventine. They're waiting for us on the other side.
We are the Borg. Our survival is your survival. You will open your communication frequencies immediately. The collective demands an audience. Resistance is futile.
An audience?
Together, we can eradicate all weakness in the galaxy and prevail. Perfection requires strength.
Are you suggesting an alliance?
They're afraid. Afraid of the Etherians and the Chimerans.
Sounds like it. How do we know we can trust you?
The collective has been attacked by pretenders to perfection. A threat has been posed to perfect and imperfect beings of this universe. Your survival demands that you assist us. The collective demands an audience. Resistance is futile.
Wait, hang on.
Well, so much for peaceful negotiation.
An audience sounds like a Queen's Gambit.
Speaking of queens, I wonder what Z meant when she said someone would come for her. She seemed pretty certain the Chimerans don't have a queen. I guess we'll find out. Thanks for your assistance today. In truth, I don't know if we would have survived without you. I know we couldn't save her, but at least we saved the Midas Array. That's gotta count for something.
Speaking of Ezri Tegan, you want to take her back to Trill? To your family?
No. She worked alone. If you could beam her over, I think the Aventine would like to host a burial amongst the stars for the operator. Even though she hadn't been in Starfleet for a long time, by the sounds of it, Z was still a hero. We owe her that much.
I think she would have liked that. Consider it done.
Thank you. I think I understand now why Z felt so comfortable closing the portal to that universe, and why she was so ready to accept her fate. If that's the life that awaited her, then no wonder she asked us to put her out of her misery. I don't know what's more unsettling. A Mirrorborg Unimatrix in fluidic space, or a Jean Ress one in the Chimeran reality.
The Chimeran reality feels worse, even if the problem is tucked away behind the portals. But I don't think it tops watching yourself die. How are you, Captain?
I feel strange. Meeting yourself, watching yourself die, and being part of that choice. That's harder than I can describe. But harder yet was coming face to face with this devastating alternate reality. Who's to say what would have happened in our universe had I left Starfleet? And what might have happened in hers had she decided to stay? I guess we'll never know. How are you holding up?
Tegan died courageously, of her own volition. We have to honor that.
You're right. I'll send you a report once I check in with Starfleet Command. There's a lot to reflect on. This has been a lot. I'm not sure I even have the words to describe it. Let's keep in touch. Stay safe out there.
Yeah, the hangar pets for this don't have shields, so that was making it even harder to take out the enemies there. Holy crap.
Thank you again for your help today. I couldn't have done it without you. Now that the Midas Array is secure and free of Chimerans, comms in the area are back online, and the Alliance is sending over a unit. Cleanup and protomatter confiscation. By closing the unstable portal to the Chimeran universe, we managed to buy ourselves some time. However, I've already received reports of Chimeran incursions surfacing in other systems. Perhaps someone should consider meeting with the Borg Collective in some capacity. I know an alliance founded on the basis of fear of a common enemy can be risky, but it might be the only shot we have against the Etherians and the Chimerans. As for me, I'll be heading to Trill. I've got a word of warning for the Symbiosis Commission, should they ever be inclined to experiment with joining in protomatter in our universe. Director Hugh is meeting me there. We're hoping our combined research will convince them to put some new laws in place. Until we meet again.
Alright.
The arrival of House Mocha.
Events. And while I'm waiting on that, I'm going to have a look at my equipment for the ship. Okay. Alright, so, yes, warp. And I need to make sure it's actually a warp engine and not a singularity core. Oh, I don't have enough. I don't have enough for this. I guess all I can do is, in typical fashion, just grind for the things. Armor penetration. Yes, please. All right, we'll see. But yeah, that one was a little bit rough, mainly because of the actually I don't know, space segment. The last space segment. I need to get rid of that. All right. Yeah, not quite leveled up. Not quite leveled up on this just yet. Pretty close, but not quite yet. It's kind of weird. Nobody's jumping on this particular TFO. Okay. No, actually, no. I'm wrong. It was just taking a while. That
Thanks for joining me aboard the Midas Array. Let's get you up to speed. The Chimerans, a suspected variant of the Borg from yet another universe, have boarded part of the array. I was sent here to study them, but it's clear they're hostile towards us. I'm afraid our attempts at communication have not been effective.
got it. Tell me everything I need to know.
Their horde has a particularly dangerous specimen in it. I'm calling it the Apex, who patrols the array and is invulnerable to our weapons. It'll emit a psionic field, so you'll know when it's near. Avoid it at all costs. Don't think twice. Just run.
Just run.
Well, you can also set off neural disruption traps around the array and hope the Apex bites. They'll stun it briefly, but it's a temporary distraction at best. So don't bet all your luck on it.
Copy that.
To help you, I'll set up some
All right.
override for security. Take down these Chimerans and override those interlink nodes. You'll need to take the stairs to find the first interlink node.
No. First one looks. Oh, unless you're talking about the. Okay. Found another one right over here. Yeah, we don't need to collect the pustules. We don't need to collect the pustules for this segment. Somebody's already taken damage from the Apex. Oh gee, speaking of which. Alright. Somebody's over here. Hopefully the Apex ain't hanging. Ah, crap! There he is.
The final interlink node has been overridden. You can head back to the shuttle bay.
Well, I'm trying to remember how we get. Oh, oh, this way.
Everything okay? Take the turbo lift to the next deck.
All right. So we only got one hit from the Apex, but that could always change on the next floor.
Good, you made it. The primary antenna control room on this deck houses a modified isoboramine stream that can disrupt the Chimeran leader's internal defenses, making it vulnerable to our attacks.
Okay, yep. We're guessing the
To
room's
access
locked.
that room,
Same.
You'll need to clear.
Guess the room's locked. Same thing.
My research shows Chimerans not only affect humanoid sectors, but tap into them. The Chimerans are emitting a psionic pulse throughout the array. You're closing in on it.
Oh crap! Well, no. Nope, I took the hit. I took the hit that time. He's still there too. Alright.
Great. You've overridden 2 interlink nodes. Just 2 more left. Prepare for an influx of Chimerans.
So, influx of chimeras, you know. So, the normal.
All interlink nodes have been overridden. Head to primary antenna control. I get the feeling we'll need some help after all of this. I'm calling for backup. Director Hugh,
That
this
is a
Captain Ezri
shit ton of
requesting
chimeras.
reinforcements at the Midas Array.
Copy that, Ezri. I'm sending over a recommendation on who to call in. Good luck.
Alright. And...
More Chimerans incoming. Quick, target the apex with the isoboramine.
Alright, got a target. Of course, he's going to shield himself because he's taking so much.
Damn, the apex is invulnerable then. Take out that storm in the meantime.
Just keep firing at him. Till more of them. Till more of them come in. Oh, speaking of which. Nope, don't want to be standing. Don't want to be standing there.
The isoboramine is lingering. The apex can't maintain its shield. It seems frenzied.
And there we go. Actually, that was one of my better runs. One of my better runs for that. We only took two kills from it, and
I think you and your task force just bought us all some time. Without your assistance, the Midas Array would have been lost to the Chimerans by now. That said, our efforts haven't stopped more of them from beaming onto other decks. They're targeting the antennae and comm systems. Something else is going on here. I suggest you report back to command. The shuttle bay is secure now, and I need to stay and continue my research. The Alliance will send over the Cooperative's recommended backup, so I'll be in good hands. Thanks for your help. You've all been invaluable.
in task force operation. Yeah, that went a lot quicker than the actual mission. That went a lot quicker than the actual mission did. Alright, I do think that's where I need to cut it for right now. Do me a favor if you would, be sure to hit that thumbs up. It helps me my channel out quite a bit. So I'm done for right now, so thanks for stopping by, and I'll see you all